In the beginning, there was an idea, a vision of a network where information could flow freely and seamlessly. This was the genesis of the World Wide Web. My goal was to create a system for sharing information across computers. In 1990, I built the first web server and web browser. The web was born. The early web was a simpler place. Websites were basic documents written in hypertext markup language, or HTML. These pages could only display text and images. Links allowed users to navigate between these pages. It was a revolutionary concept. Despite its simplicity, the early web ignited a spark. People began to see the potential of this new technology. It was a way to connect with others and share information like never before. The web's journey was just beginning. HTML provided the basic structure for web pages, but it lacked visual appeal. Websites looked very basic. There was a need for a way to style these pages and make them more visually engaging. This led to the development of cascading style sheets, or CSS. CSS provided web developers with much-needed control over the presentation of their websites. They could now define fonts, colors, layouts, and more. This separation of structure, HTML, and style, CSS, was a fundamental principle in web development. This separation made websites more maintainable and adaptable. The introduction of CSS spurred creativity in web design. Websites were no longer just static pages of text and images. They were evolving into visually rich and engaging experiences. The web was becoming more beautiful, one style sheet at a time. While HTML provided structure and CSS added style, the web still lacked a way to create interactive experiences. Websites were static and unresponsive to user actions. This all changed with the arrival of JavaScript. Developed by Brendan Eich at Netscape, JavaScript was a scripting language that brought dynamism to web pages. Finally, developers could create interactive elements, animations, and dynamic content that responded to user input. The web was coming alive. JavaScript's impact was profound. It transformed the web from a collection of static pages into a dynamic platform for applications and interactive experiences. It laid the foundation for the rich web applications we use today. Section 4, from static pages to dynamic websites. The early web was all about static content. Each time a user requested a page, the server would send the same pre-built HTML file. This approach was limiting. It couldn't handle user-specific content or complex interactions. The web needed to evolve. The solution came with the rise of server-side scripting languages like PHP and ASP.NET. These languages allowed developers to generate web pages dynamically on the server before sending them to the user's browser. This opened up a world of possibilities. Websites could now display user-specific information, process forms, and interact with databases. E-commerce websites, social media platforms, and online forums became possible. The web was no longer just about consuming information. It was becoming a platform for interaction and transaction. Section 5. The Browser Wars and the Rise of Interactivity. The late 1990s saw a fierce competition between web browsers, primarily Netscape Navigator and Microsoft's Internet Explorer. This browser war had a significant impact on the development of the web. Each browser strived to outdo the other with new features and support for the latest web technologies. This competition led to rapid innovation in web browsers. JavaScript and other web standards evolved quickly, making websites more interactive and visually appealing. The browser wars, while intense, ultimately benefited the web. They pushed the boundaries of what was possible in the browser and laid the groundwork for the modern web experience we enjoy today. Section 6. Web 2.0 - the social web takes center stage. The early 2000s marked a significant shift in how we use the web. The emergence of Web 2.0 emphasized user-generated content, social interaction, and collaboration. Platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Wikipedia empowered users to become creators and participants on the web. This new era of the web was characterized by social media, blogging platforms, wikis, and other tools that facilitated collaboration and content creation. The web was no longer a one-way street. It was becoming a platform for dialogue, sharing, and community building. Web 2.0 transformed the web into a dynamic and participatory space. It blurred the lines between content creators and consumers, giving everyone a voice and a platform to share their thoughts, ideas, and creations with the world.